Oh, yeah. Just to start with, if your life is perfect, just go ahead and click off of this now and find another video. I tend to read for people who are experiencing life problems. So if your life is great and you're just looking for your twin soul, move along to the next video, please. Most people need to be reminded that this is a general reading for the masses. And unfortunately, I've seen too many people that are taking these readings so seriously, and they're literally planning their lives and their life decisions around these free readings, which I do not recommend. If the reading resonates with you, great. If not, don't take it as that's your truth. We all have free will, okay? And not every single Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign are having the same exact experience. You're not all experiencing problems. You know, we're all on our own journey. And I tend to read for the people who are having problems in their life. So I'm not the cookie cutting, let's make light out of every single thing type of tarot reader, okay? This is more for the people who are going through some shit. Pardon my French, but it is what it is. I'm reading for the people who truly need help, and even those people who need help and are stuck in a rut and that can't afford a personal reading. Even though a personal reading will always be far more accurate than a general reading for the masses. Okay. I will end my epic rant there because I'm going to do a PSA video. It's come to this point, so. Okay, it is about you, Leo, so I'm going to shut up. So, for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, we have 6 of Cups. So, this is a wonderful energy. This is the energy of coming into contact with those from our past. This could be siblings. This could be cousins. This could be an old lover. This could be an old friend. This could be someone from your past that you knew for a very long time, that you had a connection with. Now, for some of you, this could be indicating that you could be looking back on your past and you might be feeling a bit nostalgic. And for some of you, this is going to bring an opportunity. And this opportunity would come from someone that's, got ties to your past. Now, to clarify, this is not great. We have 5 of Swords. I cannot remember. One of the free readings I already did had 5 of Swords as the first clarifying card as well. Anyhow, again, this is not the best energy. This card I refer to as the asshole who's just spoiling for a fight. Again, pardon my French, but, it's just my mouth. It's who I am. I can't filter myself. If I do, then it just messes it up. So, anyhow, this is someone that has a great desire to start conflict. Now, this could be your energy, or someone could have done this to you, and it's making you feel this particular way. So with the 5 of Swords, this is someone who is definitely looking for a fight. So someone could have been literally starting an argument with you, or you could be starting arguments with someone else. Could be someone from the past, or someone from the past could be trying to start problems for you. Now, with the 5 of Swords, a lot of times deception is involved. So do be on the lookout for that. It is not the type of news I want to deliver, but I just read the cards as they come out. I can't specially pick the cards, or that wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't be accurate. So, someone is definitely causing some sort of problems for you, or you could be causing problems for someone else. Now, you may have your reasons, they may have their reasons, but either way, there is definitely a cruelness with this particular energy. A lot of times, this can indicate a forceful severing of ties. So, hence a breakup, and it's done in a forceful type of manner where it's like there's just absolutely no regard for one's feelings. And so this would definitely be with someone from your that has ties to your past. This could be a sibling, could be a cousin, could be an old friend, it could be, a lover. Maybe you have been in a relationship with someone since you were, a teenager or something. But, it doesn't have to go back that far. But this is definitely indicating it's someone that you've known for a while, or someone that has ties, say, to your hometown. Now, a severing of ties. It can be an unfair application of power where one is forced to have to deal with it. So again, you could be on the receiving end or the giving end of this energy. It's really not the best energy. I apologize. Especially for those of you who are going through this and you are on the receiving end of this energy. Perhaps you've had someone sever ties with you and they did so in a very nasty way. This can also indicate literal theft as well. And that theft could be, of actual money, material possessions, but this can also be the theft of your time, your energy, your love, someone taking you for granted, so it can be interpreted in many different ways. But you need to realize that there is definitely a sense of, I just don't care. And this breaks my heart for you guys, because this is not the type of energy that I would want anybody to have to be feeling or to be going through. A lot of hurt feelings here, and it's got ties to the past. So yeah, if you're offered an opportunity from someone in your past, you definitely may want to pay attention, especially if there happens to be any red flags. Okay, so this would be your circumstances. So we have the King of Cups in the reverse position. So this would definitely indicate that something has taken place that has emotionally provoked you, and you may feel out of balance. And typically the emotions are overriding the intellect during something such as this. So the King of Cups, when he's in the reverse, and yes, it says king, it can be male, female, or this can just be about your energy in general. But a lot of times with this particular card in the reverse, something has occurred. This could have taken place in your home life. This could be taking place even at your job. But things can be emotionally volatile. Some emotionally volatile type of situation has definitely got you feeling a bit moody. You may even be wanting to detach and just withdraw and be left alone. So there's definitely something that has occurred that it's got you upset, and you don't really want to express your feelings right now. You just kind of want to be left alone. But the thing here is the King of Cups in reverse. This energy wants you to rise up and face this emotional issue with maturity and wisdom. But then, it's like, I just don't want to, just let me go sulk, alone. Leave me alone. So you guys may be feeling like you need some space to breathe so that you can just get your emotions and your head together. And it's okay to do that for a little while. Just don't get stuck too long in there, okay? You don't want to turn yourself into a hermit. This too shall pass. Now, to clarify, we have the death card. So, for most of you, you've probably seen the end of something. This could be the end of a relationship. It could be a marriage. It could be a romantic relationship, or it could be a platonic relationship. It could be a job situation. It could be many different things. But there is some sort of ending that emotionally provoked you. And it's got you feeling a bit moody and wanting to withdraw and detach. It's like you're very emotional, but you just don't know how to express your emotions without them being perceived as absolutely negative by others right now. So you just want to be left alone. But it is all caused by an ending that occurred. Something came to an end, something came to a close, and it upset you greatly. And it's causing emotional issues. And my best advice here is whatever came to an end, as hard as it may be, do your best to just let it go. Because the harder that you try to fight and to cling onto it, it just makes it so much harder. It's an inevitable change. And a lot of times for most people, it is necessary. Now, for a few rare people out there, this could be indicating that you may have actually lost someone through physical death. And if that is you, then you will know it's you. And I send you my deepest condolences and prayers. I really do. My heart goes out to you. Now, if you're watching this reading and no, you haven't lost anyone, then please do not assume that you're going to lose someone, okay? Because given this card position, it shows it's something that has already happened. Okay? All right. Just want to be clear. So, here we have our focus card. We have the Two of Swords in the reverse position. So, it seems that you guys had a decision to make. And some of you could have experienced a bit of indecision in trying to make a choice between, a few different options, a few different paths, whatever it may be. You could have had to have chosen out of, two different people or two different jobs or, 5 different jobs, whatever it may be. There was a choice that needed to be made. And you may have been feeling a bit indecisive about which way to go. Now that it's in the reverse position, you've made a choice, okay? The choice has been made, and you're following through on it. So to clarify, I got the Two of Swords in reverse yet again. So to me, that just drives home the fact that, yes, the decision has been made, but I bet you guys had to deal with a lot of indecision. And some of you are probably still wondering, did I make the right choice? So I went ahead and clarified yet again, and I got the Justice card. So just like Libra, because the Two of Swords is Libra, it's Moon in Libra, and the Justice card is ruled by Libra. So I take this as to the point. Let's weigh the options out. What are the pros and the cons of each choice? Choose what is best for you and know that you made the right choice. Pick the choice that you know is the right thing, okay? Choose what you know is right. And again, if you still may be feeling like you don't know if you made the right decision, maybe go back and think on it. Weigh the pros and cons. Even though the decision's already been made, you can still look at it from that point of view and weigh the pros and cons. But just make sure you pick the right thing for the right reasons, and picking the thing that will actually bring you some justice. This could be personal justice. This could be about justice, within the law. This can be interpreted about 100 different ways, because we're all on our own journey here. So, but again, just choose what you know is the right thing for you, because only you can do that, and only you know what's best for you. Okay, so this is the card of your recent past, or the energy that is passing. And here we have the Queen of Cups. So some of you could have been dealing with a woman, but it doesn't have to be. You could have been dealing with a woman or a man, or we could just be dealing with the overall energy of Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups, she tends to think more with her intuition rather than with her logic and her intellect. So she's a feeler. She's the one who wants to get to the bottom. She wants to understand things from the deepest emotional level possible. We could call her a Scorpio. That may resonate for some of you. But, also Cups. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Or again, we could just be dealing with the overall energy. But the Queen of Cups, she is one who likes to nurture, especially one who nurtures on an emotional level. So maybe some of you have been craving that emotional nurturing. Maybe you guys were seeking it out. Or maybe some of you guys were giving, emotional nurturing to others. We clarify, and we have the King of Swords. So from the emotions on Cups to the air element of intellect. So the King of Swords, this can be a lawyer, this can be a judge, prosecutor, someone within the courts, someone who makes decisions. Now, the King of Swords, since he's in the upright position, he will come to a fair decision. Perhaps maybe you guys were weighing things out, because the King of Swords, he will literally, just like the Two of Swords reversed and the Justice, he's going to take both sides of an issue. And he's going to weigh the pros and the cons. He's going to take into consideration the positives and the negatives of each side, of each person, of each decision, whatever it may be. And he's going to come to a fair and honorable conclusion. And when it's the King of Swords, he's very analytical. Very analytical. And he takes his time. He's very deliberate in making his decision. He makes sure that he comes to a fair conclusion, a fair decision. And so some of you could have been making a decision. Well, clearly you guys are making a decision. But perhaps maybe your decision has been about someone in your life. Or maybe some of you have wrestled with the decision of, should I continue to be the emotional nurturer, or should I be done with it and move on? And for some of you, this could be indicating that perhaps some of you could have been in the court system. Some of you could have, Five of Swords can definitely indicate being in court as well. But the King of Swords, at least he's in the upright position. So if this is, say, perhaps a judge maybe, or a lawyer that you've come into contact with, being in the upright position shows that, they are honorable. So that is good. At least they're not corrupt.